So, welcome back to Hot Topics Live with our wonderful host, Brandon Lee. Welcome back to Hot Topics Live with your wonderful host, Brandon Lee. Folks, how are we today? I hope you're alright. I really do. For today's topic, a rather controversial topic, is body modification. And yes, I know we all have our own opinions and whatnot, but today, for our first, let's hear from the experts themselves. Let's give a warm round of applause for cosmetic surgeon Matthew Hill. And now, body modification activist Victoria Dawson. And lastly, body positivity activist Avery Dixon. Matthew, I understand you've been a cosmetic surgeon for over 15 years now. You've worked on some of the biggest names in the entertainment business. From the Kardashians to Yannick the Curvy Diva, you've just about done it all.
Well, you put it that way, Brandon. I guess I really have.
Right. Indeed. So, could you explain for us, in the simplest of terms, what is body modification?
Body modification is the altering of one's physical appearance or the natural structure of their body. So, from things we see every day, such as piercing and tattoos, to the forehead flattening, which are performed by the Thanos, that is called body modification.
Wow. I mean, Matthew, when you mentioned forehead flattening, you took me right back to that time in high school, in history class, when you were learning about the culture of the indigenous people of the Americas. So what you're saying to me is that something as simple as an ear piercing is modifying your body?
Yes, that's exactly right. Once you change the physical appearance of the ear, that is called body modification. I mean, you were born with a hole in your ear.
Really? Right. So, Matthew, you've been practicing for nearly 2 decades now. One could only imagine the amount of people you help. As a cosmetic surgeon, you bring the dreams, the fantasies of people to life, don't you?
Yes, I've helped a lot of people.
Right. So, Matthew, what were some of the common reasons your many clients had for wanting to change parts of themselves?
Well, from what I can remember, individuals or my clients wanted to change their appearance to enhance their attractiveness for religious reasons, or for self-expression.
Interesting. So, when you mention religious purposes, what do you mean?
In my time as a cosmetic surgeon, many of my patients would show extreme dedication to a particular religion. So much so that they decided to mark themselves to show their dedication to that religion. This is similar to when the Rastafarians would lock their hair to signify that they believe in the Rastafari.
Okay, Rastafari, I understand. How about to enhance one's attractiveness? I mean, most of us would know about what it means to attract and to be attracted to, but what did you mean when you said to enhance one's attractiveness?
Well, a vast majority of my patients who wanted to do body modification did it because they felt unattractive. For my female patients, most of them either were bullied or felt uncomfortable in their body. Some of them wanted to have their dream body, so they did breast implants or butt lifts. For my patients, for most of my male patients, they overall felt insecure because most females desire a man who has abs or has muscle. Most of them wanted that type of body, so they did liposuction or even simple things as muscle toning, because that's a part of body modification. They did this because they felt unattractive, and when the procedure was finished, they felt more comfortable in their skin.
Listen, Dr. Blue, you touched on some sensitive topics here today. Insecurity and all that. I mean, it's a real issue in society today, right? Many of our teenagers don't know what they want to be, and they struggle with finding themselves, right? And many of you folks at home can attest to this. Matthew, you mentioned a very sensitive topic earlier. It was I believe it was self-expression. What do you mean by this?
Well, Brandon, I could keep going on and on about my clients and why they did body modification, but I think there's a person here that can better explain this. A person who has used their newfound self-confidence to inspire the world. No other than Miss Victoria Dawson.
It's a pleasure to have you here this afternoon, Victoria.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm happy to be here.
We appreciate it. So, please, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Victoria Dawson. I am a body modification activist. At the age of 17, I felt insecure because my body was imperfect. I felt like my body was imperfect. And it became hard for me to even look in the mirror. It was hard socializing with my peers, socializing with my relatives. I couldn't even socialize with my peers because I did not like the body that I was given. I longed for a time where I could feel alive and feel more confident in my own skin. And 2 years later, I finally got the money and I decided to do it.
You know, it's saddening to know that you went through what you went through. And the worst part about it is that while you may have achieved what you wanted, many more teenagers out there are still having problems finding themselves, right? But you're an inspiration to us and to them, right? Because you can show those people that they can become who they want to be, and that happiness really exists.
Right.
So, but more on that later. Let's talk about what you did.
Right. Plastic surgery for me was a complete game changer.
Right.
It finally made me feel more confident in myself. And I know what you all are going to say. It's better to stay natural. It goes against what the Bible says. And I disagree. Plastic surgery made my life better. And I thank God that I got the chance to do it.
Right.
And I thank God that I was surrounded by the people that were actually there for me.
Amen. Amen. I'm truly happy for you. But I knew that your decisions did not come without backlash. What was the reception like from the people who knew you back then?
Well, a lot of my friends, well, most of my friends embraced the new me, and others decided not to. But the ones that were there for me realized that it was my decision and they fully supported that decision. And I am still me, so they do not have to worry. I'm still me. I'm just in a different body, a body that I am more comfortable in. Yes.
That's true. Well, that's true, Victoria, that's true. I mean, folks, what would we be without those closest to us? Our family. Please, tell us, how did those procedures, how did they help you as a person?
Modifying my body helped me in many ways. Before, I went through a lot of stages of depression. I went through numerous anxiety attacks. I had a lot of mental breakdowns. Everything you can think of. But right now, I'm better. The way you think about yourself, the way you see yourself, and the way you view yourself is very important. I don't think people understand the impact of self-concept. When I look in the mirror right now, I see a very confident and a very beautiful woman looking back at me.
I don't know. I can see that when I look at it. But, Victoria, would it be okay if you spoke to us a little about some of those procedures you undertook?
Of course, Brandon.
Thank you.
I got 2 packets of gels implanted. I did a liposuction. I also did a tummy tuck and 2 breast augmentations. Additionally, though an unrelated point, I think I need to mention, what plastic surgery does is actually keep the extra weight off. And I decided not to go through the long process of bulk eating and then toning that fat because it would require more work in the gym.
Okay. Well, the takeaway here is that you now love yourself, which is always a good thing, right? Victoria, please tell us about life after your body mass.
No, I love the gym because I'm in love with keeping the body I bought. And I say I bought because across social media I see that people are ashamed of admitting that they went through the fine arts of plastic surgery. But I'm not ashamed. I bought this body and I'm happy that I bought this body.
Victoria, it is known that you and others like you who went through this process have received their fair share of backlash from people who believe that they should live naturally, right? Be proud of who they are, be proud of their own bodies. What do you say to those who oppose your decisions?
First of all, it's my life. And I get to decide what I want to do with my life and my body. Plastic surgery has helped a lot of people in many ways, and I believe that the only reason why they disagree with the process is because they focus on the bad parts and the disadvantages of the procedures. If you have hip dips, plastic surgery can help with that. If you have two double Ds and you go through constant back pain, constant feet pain, constant neck pain, plastic surgery can also help with that. Breast reduction surgery is a form of plastic surgery.
Agreed. People should learn to respect the choices made by others, right? Victoria, do you have anything else you wish to say?
Yes. Plastic surgery, just like every other thing in life, has its list of pros and cons. Focusing mainly on the disadvantages just makes you seem very narrow-minded and shallow. I did plastic surgery. I'm proud that I did it, and I know that others can see the same.
Thanks for sharing, Victoria. I truly enjoyed talking to you. Which brings us to our final panelist of the day, Miss Avery Dixon. Avery, it's such a pleasure to have you here this afternoon. We're so glad that you made it.
Thank you for having me, Brenda.
Alright. Folks, Miss Dixon here is an outspoken activist for body positivity. She believes deeply in self-love, self-concept, and living healthy.
I feel honored to be here, to be able to share my love of body positivity, and I hope at the end of the show someone will be educated and inspired with my truth and my words of life.
Miss Dixon, you know, you truly have a way with words. So, what is body positivity, Miss Dixon?
Well, body positivity is a social movement aiming to empower people, all people regardless of body shape, size, physical appearance, or race.
Alright. Miss Dixon, surely you must have had a reason for wanting to become an activist for body positivity. So what is it? What made you want to become an activist?
My best friend at the time, Marilyn, killed herself because of a post that was made online, which showed her changing in the bathroom just before pee. I lost my friend, my best friend, and I was so depressed. But that's when I realized that I could use her death to start a movement so that people could see that the way that they are is okay, and it's okay to love themselves, and they should be proud of who they are.
You know, it's tragic to know that some people feel, right, when they go through things like that, they feel as if they have nothing left inside of them, that life is no longer worth living. And I'm sure we can all talk, or perhaps we all know of someone who did that because of a reason similar to or something else, right? Did that, and the feeling it leaves behind. Sometimes we feel that it may never go away, but suicide is just a constant reminder of the kind of world we live in. Miss Dixon, earlier you mentioned self-love. What is this? What is self-love?
Well, Brandon, self-love is a state of appreciation for oneself that goes from actions that support our physical, psychological, and our spiritual being.
And what about self-concept?
Well, self-concept is a bit more technical than self-love. Essentially, self-concept is how you perceive your behavior or unique characteristics. For example, believing that, oh, I am a good friend, or oh, I am a kind person, is self-concept.
I mean, as a global society, we're facing some real issues, right? Things like self-love and self-concept. Many people don't seem to get it. And because of this, they turn to the wrong sources of information, right? And those people and those same sources of information exploit these vulnerabilities of these people who keep seeking for validation or something, right? They do that, and then they end up doing things that they really shouldn't be doing.
I agree with you, Brandon. 100%.
Earlier, you mentioned a topic which is often overlooked by the majority of people, which is to live healthy. Please tell us about living healthy.
Well, Brandon, living health, well, contrary to popular belief, living healthy doesn't mean eating from the 6 different food groups. Living healthy means balancing both the mental and physical health, maintaining both the physical and mental health, and ensuring that they are working well is what it means to live healthy.
You know, I think we should all strive to live healthy, not just to maintain physical shape or being in physical shape, but also to sustain mental aspect. Before we go, I understand that your movement has received a fair amount of backlash for your beliefs and ideologies. So, what do you have to say to those who oppose your beliefs and oppose the movement?
Well, to my worthy opponents, I say this. What is the point of self-concept and self-love? It's all you do. If all you do is belittle people into thinking they are not good enough. People should realize that they did not hate themselves and that they should love themselves and accept themselves for who they are.
Thanks for having. Thank you for coming, panelists. I thank you for sharing and talking and telling us a lot of stuff about body modification as a whole and body positivity. So thanks for coming and enjoy the day. Folks, before we go, we have a few responses that we got from our viewers on social media. These will be read by our wonderful co-host, Mr. Kevin Smith. Kevin, take it away.
Thank you, Brandon. Now I go to Twitter comment section regarding some questions that were posted. Our first question, what do you think about body modification? David Peters comments, personally, I think body modification in general deprives one natural appeal. In my perspective, I think the natural appeal that you were born with is the way to go. The second question, do you think it is damaging the concept of self-love? Answered by Ruth McLeod. To some extent, I do think it is damaging the concept of self-love, meaning that if one has to modify their body to feel some form of acceptance to society, well, it simply means they don't love their physique or appearance, and that is quite saddening. Our third question, have you had any relationship with people who have modified themselves? Our answer by Romain Ray, no, I have not been with someone that has modified their body, and I don't think I ever will. I don't think being with someone made of plastic or artificial components intimately is a satisfaction to me. Our fourth question, do you find them to be more attractive than those who aren't modified? Our answer by Davian Wright, no, I don't find them more attractive. I mean, everyone has their own beauty in their own special way. No matter how you look from your human being, you're attractive in my eyes. And to add to that, people aren't only attractive because of physique, but their personality. So no, I don't think they are more attractive. Our fifth question, do you think that in the future, people who choose to remain natural will be alienated from the modified majority? Our answer by Mark Grayson, no, I don't think people who stick with natural appearance will ever be alienated. I think I speak for most men when I say I would rather struggle with a natural woman's body than going in someone's who's practical fake.
A very good day to all viewers. Today we have a topic live is going on the road. We're going to see what the public views are on body modification. Okay, so let's go ahead and walk on the road and see what the person's opinion are. Alright? Hello. So here we have two beautiful young ladies coming from school. You guys provide me with your personality.
Well, my name is Vanessa Brooks.
Okay, we have a few questions for you beautiful young ladies today. So the first question is. Do you know what body modification is?
Yes, I know. Modification is when someone tries to change their appearance to look a certain way or to express themselves.
Okay, great. And what is your view?
Body modification is the alteration of the human body.
Alright, great. So another question. Have you changed your appearance in any way?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the third question is, how do you feel about others who modify their bodies?
Well, personally, I have no problem with anyone modifying their body because I see it as a confidence booster for individuals to love themselves even more or to express themselves. For example, despite the fact that tattoos are now trendy, people should be able to get them as a reminder of their past experiences, whether negative or positive. Even though it's going to be on their skin, I find it to be very artistic or creative.
Okay, so what's your opinion on persons who modify their body?
Well, it is a free world, so everybody has their rights. So I feel like if somebody does choose to do their body, that's their choice.
Okay, great. Alright, so the fourth question is, do you believe that persons should love themselves as they are?
Yes, absolutely. However, if someone wants to modify their body by doing surgery, I think that it's okay for them to feel, because it helps them to feel more secure in themselves, and I would definitely say go for it.
Okay, so the fifth and final question is, do you believe that social media is a factor that influences persons to view themselves?
Well, I believe that it does play a role in body modification, but I do not see it as a big issue. I see it as something that educate others or make individuals more aware of body modification.
Okay, great. Thank you for your response. And what is your opinion?
I feel like it plays a big factor because when you tend to scroll on Instagram, girls tend to compare themselves to Kardashian and that. Also, so yes,
Okay, so we got the news from ladies from live live show. Okay, so thank you and thank you for providing your view on water. Okay, thank you. So we are back on the road again, continue our journey to find out the public opinion on body modification. Okay, so let's go. Alright, so here we have a young man coming from the room. Okay, so what's the first name? Okay, that's Mr. B. Alright, so Mr. B, there are a few questions. Do you know about body modification?
Yes, sir. My understanding, body modification is when someone changes their physical appearance to make it look more appealing to the public.
Okay, great. So the second question I have for you today, have you ever considered to modify your body?
Well, if you're here in
Okay, and why?
why? I don't really have a reason to tell the truth. I don't.
Oh,
It
I
does seem cool.
understand. Oh, I
It does seem
understand.
cool.
Alright, so have you ever dated someone who has modified your body?
Well, once again, if the piercing gear falls into that category, then yes. But if they modify their body shape, their hips, or well, yes, of course, it's attractive. But then again, like things natural, it always better.
Okay, that's true. And is it a factor for you when entering into a relationship with someone?
Well, to be honest, no, it isn't enough.
Yeah, I understand that. Okay, so the fifth and final question for you today. Do you think people should change their attitude towards body modification?
Well, for me personally, I don't think they should because, you know, like it is a free country, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. So if they see it as attractive or whatever, then they can do it if they want.
Okay, great. So that's the view from a mayor's perspective. Okay, so we're continuing our journey on the road from the Hot Topic Live TV. Okay, thank you and have a good day. The episode of Hot Topic Live, we're going on the streets again to see if we can get opinion from males. Okay, so let's go ahead to see if we can find a nice male to answer our question. Okay, so let's go. Alright, so here we have a male. Alright, good day, sir. Good day, sir.
Good day.
Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Kevin Russell.
Okay, so Mr. Kevin, we're from the Hot Topic Live and we're going around in the street to see the public view on body modification. Okay, so the first question I have for you. Do you know about body modification? Do you know what it is?
Yes, I know what Body modification refers to when an individual enhances his or her appearance or structure of the body.
Okay, great. And have you ever considered modifying your body?
No, I haven't considered nor modify my body.
Why? Do you have a reason?
Well, as Seventh-day Adventists or Christian, we believe that our body is the temple of God and we should do everything to keep it and protect it.
Oh, that's true, that's true. And do you find girls with enhanced body attractive, like Kim Kardashian?
Well, yes. To be honest, girls with enhanced appearance stand out more over natural girls. That's my opinion.
So would you say Jada Kingdom is natural or is her body modified?
Well, body modify, of course.
All right.
I would willingly fund the process, but first and foremost, we'll have to have a discussion on self-love and self-confidence and whether or not she really wants to do it or not, or because it's the latest trend or peer pressure. So we'd have to have a conversation if she wants to really do it, because as we all know, body modification is a process. Once it's started, you cannot go back from it.
That's true, okay. And I really do appreciate your opinion on this matter. Okay, and that's it from the Hot Topic Live show today. We have enjoyed our journey on the streets and we have got a lot of opinions on body modification. Okay, thank you.
Folks, we had a full day today on this talk show. We discussed so many topics and we had some wonderful guest panelists today. And from our lovely viewers on social media, thank you. Thank you for making Hot Topics Live a possibility. Thanks for making it hot. Thank you. This was Hot Topic Live with your wonderful host, Brandon Lee. And now I'm afraid I must take my leave. See you on the next one.